Hello, today is June 30th. It's a beautiful day, last day of June. Here's the garden. Let's go have a look. Well, this past week we finally gotten up into the 80s and things have exploded. Let's start here with the bed off from the deck, the peppers and the peas. The peas are just going crazy. Grandkids are loving those. We're eating those every day. I usually don't make it inside. The peas are flowering. I got some jalapeno, Jimmy Nordello, Tabasco, all sorts of different peppers this year. Haven't done too many peppers in the past. We're having fun with that this year. Also, I've got some cucamelons starting to come up here. I hear it takes quite a while for them to get going, but once they do, look out. So I figure when the peas start piddling out, they'll utilize this trellis. The carrots are doing well. Okay, let's go have a look. Sunflower's getting big. Dogs are going crazy in the background. Well, let's start over here today. I put the tomato cages up. These are the steak tomatoes. And what I do is I take a cattle panel, which is about 16 feet long, and I use this every year now for the steak tomatoes, for the determinate type tomatoes, and it works great. You know, I stake up each side, I cut it in half, and stake up each side, and I do that, I think it's about 19-20 inches from each other, here to here, and it works out great. It worked out great last year, and we're getting tomatoes. The support is fantastic. It just sets right in there. Beautifully. And I got some carrots. Carrots are doing okay here. Sunflower growing big. Got some radishes over on this side, which we're going to have to harvest soon. All right, and then I've got the cherry tomatoes, and I've got those staked up. Nicely on these 8-foot long 1x2 stakes. You just push them into the ground. I don't know, about 6 inches or so from the stalk of the tomato plant. I do have to trim up those tomato plants, and you just tie them. You know, right to the stake. Like this one, I just use some Velcro. There's a lot of things out there you can use: fabric, old t-shirts, stretchy string. But I had this on hand, so that's what I used. Anyways, these are doing well, and we've got tomatoes. We got tomatoes a-coming. There they are. And I do like to take the lower leaves, lower branch from the tomato. I like to take those off. Be real careful. They should just snap right off. And if you're worried about it, just, you know, snip them. So I have to go through and do all that yet. Here on this side, we've got some pepper plants that are coming along that I put in with the tomatoes. I'm not sure how smart that was. There might not be enough nutrients in this bed for both tomatoes and peppers, but we're gonna give it a go and see what we get. I'll compare them, you know, but they're flowering. Everything's starting to produce, so it's looking good. All right, back over here we got peppers. These peppers are doing a lot better than those peppers with the tomatoes, however. These are looking good. I got some cayenne, Jimmy Nordello, Tabasco, and jalapeno peppers I'm growing this year. Everything's looking pretty good so far. The crimson and red okra are starting to take off now that we finally got temperatures up in the 80s. Those are doing well. I planted some more radishes, seeds. I had some space here, so I went ahead and did that. And then we've got the melons. I've got a honeydew. I got a couple of sugar babies. A couple of cantaloupe, I believe it is, and then some acorn. I'm gonna have to thin out that acorn because that's gonna take over this whole thing here. And then on the other side of this fence, we got peppers, more peppers. Now this is the second year for the straw bale, so I wanted to see how well they're doing, but they're doing really good. They're flowering, and we're gonna do a comparison with the other peppers in the other beds. But those are doing good. Let me see, we've got the strawberries. They're still producing, but they're winding down. It's kind of nice not having to pick those every single day. I know it's a bad problem to have, right? I did put in a squash. Or no, that's a zucchini, which is a squash, but we got a zucchini down there. And then the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, are finally taking off here in the straw bale and in the raised bed. All they needed was some heat. So we finally got that. It went from in the 60s to 90, over a couple days time. So we're happy about the heat. As long as you got a little bit of air conditioning or maybe a pool, you can survive it here in West Michigan. A couple of zucchini plants over here, which are flowering with male flowers. Haven't seen a female flower yet, but those will come. And I haven't seen any signs of the squash vine borer or the squash bugs yet, but I'm sure they'll be making their presence known soon enough. Oh, look what we got over here. I can't get rid of these things. Morning glories. Oh, they just pop up everywhere. I made the mistake once of putting it on this fence over here, and wow, it's hard to get rid of them. They just come back up every year. All right, this new bed here for this year, the kales, and I put some radishes here in the front. I mean, no bugs. Everything's doing fantastically. We got some several different kinds of kale in there, some Swiss chard in there. Everything's doing well. And look at this. Well, the sunflower's taking off that's a giant sunflower. So that's about three feet now. That'll be upwards of 10 feet here in a month or so. We love those. So much fun. And look at this guy, this ground cherry. I have never grown ground cherries. I thought I'd try it. I watch Roots and Refuge, and Jess and her man over there. He loves these things, so I thought I'd give them a go. And I think I needed more room because they're taking over the kale bed here. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Oh, there's where it's planted, and it just stretches right through the kale. It's going up the trellis there. Oh, it's got to be 4 feet long, and it's 2 to 3 feet high right now. And about 2 feet high. But you know what? I'm just going to let it go. Just going to let it go and see what happens this year. I don't think it's supposed to get much bigger than that. So we'll see. All the cucumber seeds that I sowed a month ago never came up, but I had some backups ready to go, and I put those in this past week, and they are flourishing. Thank the Lord. I need something to grow up this trellis all the way down there behind the kale, but they're stretching for the sun, so being behind that kale is no problem whatsoever. Got a couple of peas up on this side of the trellis, same as this one. And on this bed over here, this is the green bean trellis, and it's doing good. Green beans are, had to put a couple more seeds in, sowed a couple more seeds. They're coming in, but they're starting to trellis up the starting to climb up the trellis. So before too long, we'll be having green beans. The lettuce I sowed, it's coming up nicely. We'll be harvesting this on a daily basis, probably. Some spinach, some leaf lettuce, more spinach. Kids love that, as do I. And over here we got a little bit of more kale. A little bit of more. That's great English. We got a little bit of more kale. We have some more kale over here, along with some tomatillos. Never grown tomatillos before either, so we're giving that a go. But you know what? I left two plants together there, and then there's 2 plants there. So there's actually a total of 4 plants there. I know I should have, thinned them out to only 2 plants, but I'm gonna leave it and see what we get. And there's another ground cherry over here, which is it's not even half as big as the one on the other side over there. But that other side gets a good hour more sun than this bed over here. So that's probably the reason why. Sun is very important. You need that sort of photosynthesis. Tongue-tied today. And over here I've got another, I got some more squash. I got a crook neck, and I had another one here, but it went and died on me. But I had a backup, so I slipped it in, and everything's looking good. Hey, Elliot. Hey, we're coming over there. Can we come over there? All right, here we come. All right, let's go have a look at the in-ground garden. Hasn't been much going on over here because it's kind of like the pumpkin patch. Oh, there he goes, chasing the neighbor. All right, the kiddie pool garden, doing really well. We've harvested some really big strawberries in here, but they're about there's one. They're about piddled out now. They're June berries. Flowers in the middle, kale, spinach, more kale, green bean, some carrots. So happy I did this year. The kids are just loving it. Some peas growing up the fence. Woo. I wonder if that owl works. It's supposed to keep birds away. All right, so the cabbage, I almost said cabbage patch. The pumpkin patch. All right, here we go. I got some squash on this fence here. This has a trellis, couple sunflowers down there. I got some more squash on that fence there. But right down the middle here, we've got pumpkins, all from seed for the most part. We got jack-o'-lantern. Oh, they're doing real good. I'll probably thin it down to one per hill. Jack-o'-lantern there, jack-o'-lantern there. Here's the potato plant, the volunteer that I love volunteers. I can't seem to get myself to pull them out every year. And then we've got Connecticut Field pumpkins that I purchased from M.I. Gardner. 1, 2, 3, and this guy's struggling, but I've got to back up if he doesn't make it. This was a volunteer. I think it's a squash. We'll see when it starts to produce. And then I put in a well, that one there and that one there are Atlantic giants. And then up here, this is a volunteer. I think that's a pumpkin. We'll find out. This one here, this is a state fair winner. This is supposed to get to be, 100 pounds or more or whatever, but it's not going to get that big here. I'm not going for that. But look how much bigger it is than the other ones. So that's just going to be fun for the kids, and we'll see what we get there. And I think that's a couple of squash plants that I planted back there. But it's going to be fun. Oh, I got a state winner there, and I had one that didn't come up. Right here, one of these Atlantic giants didn't come up, so I put in a state fair winner here as well. So this pumpkin patch, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. Going to have fun with the kiddies with it. All right. You know what? I don't think I have much more to show you this week. It's been a great week. It's been a hot week. Finally. It's been a strange year, hasn't it? Bunch of rain, cold, but you roll with the punches and keep at it, and everything works out pretty good. Come here, Sam. Come here, Sam. Come on. Come on, say hi with your doggy voice. Bogey. Oh, there they go. Probably saw the neighbor's cat. Poopers. Bogey. Poopers, come here. Come here, Poopers. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love them. All right, until next week. Have a good one. Bye.